Anita's garden is divided into two distinct areas, really showing the yin and the yang, bringing in the Asian effect. And the area that I'm in now is more the arid, kind of zero-fight type garden. Very simple, showing us the feng shui elements. To my left is really the tea house, where you can sit and enjoy in the tropical combination of beautiful leaves, grasses, and some aquaponics. But let's talk about this area first. Wonderful stairs that lead you up into it. The focal point being that laser cut piece of timber, which gives you the Buddha's eye. Really impressive, and yet so simple. Balancing it out with the two beautiful square pots with that big rose type succulent in it. That succulent is a sure winner. It's called Aeonium Schweizkopf. What a beautiful name. And it works beautifully, balancing left and the right and leading your eye to the major focal point. Yet what I find really interesting in this garden is the row, almost like a rill. And a rill is where you have a long, narrow water feature that leads your eye down into an area of the garden. Yet what Sunita has done is use the rill planted up in the form of different succulents. And this is showing the energy that's drawing you into the garden, really flowing, pulling you through, and then where it all accumulates in these circles. So it's where the energy gains momentum into the vortex, and that has such beautiful symbolism. The succulents not only have symbolism, but they look funky against that big chunky rock that's been used. So what is it about this area? It's all about the balance. The two succulent pots right at the entrance, the staircase that warms you and gathers you into the garden, the wonderful succulent planter that's been used on this side of the garden with the cladding, and notice how cleverly it's been done. At the top, it's not just a standard rectangular planter, no. The cladding has been taken to create little cavities within it, so it has a shape of its own. And an action-packed, jam-packed, full of wonderful succulents, and it really is awesome. Of course, you know that I love these little guys. I mean, succulents are just so beautiful, but yet combined like they have been in this garden with the wall art, the wonderful paving, something to draw your eye into it, really does work beautifully. But now I'm off to that end to go and enjoy a little calming experience in the tea house. This is the tea house section of the garden, and how beautiful is it? It's got this wonderful pergola above us, which creates these awesome lines which you see in the garden through the shadows. This is a place of relaxation, of contemplation, and the plant material that's been used really reflects that. To my right, it's a combination of grasses, stepias, carex, some dianella, and then to my left, the black bamboo, which is just such a sexy plant, used as an edging, and then also lovely foliage plants. There's clivias, there's some arum lilies, ferns, which all work for that semi-shaded area which this pergola is creating. And behind me, come and take a look at this. Here's Dory. No, it's not Dory. This is an aquaponics tank. So this is how it works. When the fish that are hanging out here, when they are excreting their byproducts, yeah, we got to talk about this. Anyway, that creates all the nutrients. Then the water circulated from the tank up into these window boxes that are planted up. The water filters through and then pours back out here, back into the tank, and so the process goes on. I mean, really cool. Not only does it work for the plants, feeding them, but they can hang out here and are really cool just to hang out and take a look at. But can't really have a conversation with Dory because it doesn't remember much. So I think I'll have to move on. Because the slatted pergola above me creates a beautiful shaded area, well, the plants that Sunita's used in here work really well. And you could use this combination under trees or off the eaves of the house, or an area that just really doesn't get much sun. Some beautiful leatherleaf fern, and this fern really is like a leather leaf. It is tough. It's also called the 7-day fern, lasts forever in a vase, and is a great plant to use in shade. Behind it, we've got some clivias, We've also got little variegated plectranthus just to add a bit of light into the shade. And behind it is a real beauty. This is an arum lily called Green Goddess. And you can see why it's called that, with this beautiful green lip. Behind it, the plain white arum lily. I mean, it's a lovely combination of color, texture, and foliage. And this, you could literally take it and pop it into any garden in a shaded spot. This garden has been a great experience and a great practical example of combining hot areas of the garden with cooler areas, and also creating a little bit of privacy. The privacy hasn't been created with solid walls, but yet with this pergola that you can still see through and be able to enjoy the other end of the garden. You really have to be here to just enjoy the sense of calmness within this space. I think I might just hang out with the fish and just chill the rest of the day away.